kids, it's Mr. Smiley from Terp Twin B1G. We're here with something a little bit different, a quick and dirty rating video, and nobody likes it more quick and dirty than Pants in Fuego. Uh, hashtag instant rim shot. So here, yesterday I showed off a video rating strategy that I've been trying out based on the Valkyrie Tornado strategy, except moving all the healers over to the Queen and then having the Giants and Valkyrie doing more of a core dive to gut out the Infernos of the Town Hall 10. So a lot of Town Hall 9s are saying, that's great, Smiley, you have a level 38 Archer Queen, and you're going up against Town Hall 10s. Will this strategy work for Town Hall 9s? Well, here's one with Fire Pants, and he has, as you can see here, he has level. He has level 11 Burger King and level 11 Archer Queen, and only level 2 Valkyrie, which I think he is working on so that he can join the Illuminati for his war attacks also. So this does work with low levels, and if you're asking, well, Smiley, what about me? I don't have level 10 heroes yet. Well, then you're basically a Town Hall 8, and this update has made you sad and pointless. But for the Town Hall 9s who do have, who were previously able to use their Archer Queen for the Super Queen strategy, this is still going to be a viable rating strategy. It's still going to take a little bit of playing around with to get the exact right composition, but I think his numbers here for the troops are pretty solid. So we have 12 Giants, we have 3 Wall Breakers, 12 Wizards, 4 Healers, 6 Valkyrie, and then a Clan Castle full of Max Giants. And so basically it's the same kind of attack. Here, based on what I was originally doing, we have 4 Earthquakes, 2 Poisons, a Rage, and a Heal. And so the total cost of this composition, I think, is 184,000 Elixir and about 1,100 Dark Elixir. So that's a lot. I think the Super Queen strategy for a similar Town Hall 9 would have been about 200,000 Elixir. So, a little bit less than that. But only about 480 Dark Elixir. So it does have a higher Dark Elixir cost, but a lot of folks have found that they're finding a lot more bases filled with 2,500 to 3,000 Dark Elixir. So the end result might be that this strategy costs a little bit more, but you might get more in return for it. And certainly with a level 11 Archer Queen, you're not, with the Super Queen strategy and only using about 5 or 6 healers, you're probably not going to get 70% of many built-up Town Hall 9s. Whereas this Town Hall 9 target, as you can see here, the walls aren't completely maxed, but most of them are Legos, and you have an interior of skulls. So other than that, this looks like it's pretty close to being a max defense Town Hall 9. So for a level 11 Burger King and level 11 Archer Queen, getting a high percentage of getting all the loot on this is pretty damn good. So what he's going to start here is he's going to lay out a row of Giants down here, lay out a row of Wizards behind it to create a nice big funnel for his Valkyrie, because we know Valkyrie like to go around for their premature victory lap if they have any excuse to do that. So we don't want that to happen. We want them going straight into the core, and we want to take out all of this here in the core with our core dive. And so then he's going to pop an Earthquake here. Again, you can save some Dark Elixir, most of the Dark Elixir costs, by going with a jump. That might work for you. It will increase the build time from the hour that it would take under this build. If the more elixir spells you use, the greater the elixir cost. But that does free you up for a second rage or second heal. If he were to carry just 3 Earthquakes of his own and drop both poisons, he could ask for an Earthquake in the Clan Castle and also get a second heal or a second rage. And since we're going against Town Hall 10s here, I would probably go with the second heal just because it takes less time and it costs less. But if you go for the second rage, then if something nasty comes out of the Clan Castle, you can pop the rage on the Archer Queen, and she still has a chance to surviving a P.E.K.K.A or a dragon that that the core dive won't be able to get out. But if it's since this is a raiding comp, most of the clan castle compositions are probably going to be ground troops, and the Valkyrie are just going to make quick work out of them. So it is viable to drop the poisons and ask for an earthquake. That will cut down on your dark elixir cost a little bit too. But again, let's go back to the strategy here. The core dive is going to take out this, go out the middle of the base, and then you're just going to drop the Archer Queen somewhere over here on the side. Again, I like to set her outside of an air defense and at least take out one air defense. Here's a second one here that'll be taken out by the core dive. And then as the Archer Queen moves around the outside of the base, hopefully, she'll take out those air defenses, or at some point the healers might decide the Archer Queen's not in any danger, but they get close enough to the giant pack to go in here. So he's not going to get a 3-star on this base, but again, Pants has level 11 heroes, and there's this double reinforced 4 here that is not optimal for this strategy. But getting all the loot on this base is pretty damn good. So let's watch the raid in real time. So there we go with the earthquake, wide open. Opens up about 2/3 of that base. Even the parts that aren't technically open, the wizards are going to be able to come in. Again, if you're going against weaker targets, you could probably save a lot of build time by going with archers instead of wizards. Since I was using the strategy against basically max Town Hall 10s, it's definitely worth the cost to me to have wizards. If you're in Crystal instead of champs, maybe you can get by with archers, since the main job of the wizards is just to funnel in. But raged wizards do a nice job gutting out that core too. So it's something to play around with. I think conceptually it's still going to be the same attack where it's a core dive to get rid of all that nasty stuff, all the crossbows in the middle. Gets access to a lot of that loot with your core dive, and then just have the Archer Queen walking around. All the defenses are really distracted and firing on the core dive for most of the raid, and then the Archer Queen's just going to walk around and pick up percentage. Sometimes she'll get stupid and just start chewing through a wall here. But here we can see there's about 2 minutes left on the raid, and 58% of the base is down. And at this point, you really only need another 12% from the Archer Queen in order to get the max loot bonus. And she's basically, with 4 healers on any Town Hall 9, it's going to be really tough for the Town Hall 9 to take her out with the crossbows down. So she can just take up the rest of this 3.5 minutes and get her percentage, and then you get your loot bonus and you get a massive amount of loot. And it's about an hour until you can do it again. A lot of the times, not only will the healers keep the queen alive, obviously not on this one, but sometimes they'll float over to the king and keep him alive too, so it saves on hero regen time too. But that depends on the target. So play around with it. I think the army comp is going to be pretty close to what it is here. Play around with the spells a bit and see if you can get what is the optimum raid strategy, the most efficient cost wise, and let me know, and I'll do a follow-up. Go Terps!